Welcome to Keep Rolling, and today I want to talk about 5.5 tips that I have for how you can progress and improve at aggressive skating. So let's dive straight into it with tip number 1. Now, my first tip for how to improve at aggressive skating is to set goals. I think this is really important in terms of identifying, what does progression look like for you? What is an area that you want to improve? What is a trick that you want to learn? So for me this year, my focus has been on getting better at true spin tricks and true spin topside tricks, specifically true top sole and true savannah. So I don't focus, every session on getting those tricks on the hardest obstacles, but instead I just make sure that I do them at least once a session, even if that's not specifically my focus that day, so that I kind of retain the progression that I've had in the previous session and hopefully continue to take it on to the next level. So setting goals is a really good way that I found just to kind of have a long-term aim, to set a focus and to allow you to get better at your skating throughout the course of the year. And that brings us nicely on to tip number 2, which is to skate by yourself. Now, this can be quite alien at first if it's something that you're not used to, but I think skating on your own really allows you to be able to focus on improving. When you've got a busy session going with a lot of people, yeah, that can be really motivating, but it often doesn't give you that opportunity just to kind of continually drill a trick over and over, because obviously, you're not wanting to hog an entire obstacle, you want to watch other people skating. So, choose somewhere where you're comfortable, bring your headphones, and just focus on just doing a trick, just drilling it multiple times. And it could be, I know it sounds quite dull, but it genuinely can be quite enjoyable just to kind of focus on it, because it just really allows you kind of that, that space and that time that you need to be able to focus on those goals and to be able to progress and move forwards. Tip number 3 ties in with the previous 2, and that is to film yourself. Now, this can be a really good focus when you're on a solo session. I find it just really helps me with motivation. Mainly I'm kind of filming for YouTube videos, for kind of B-roll clips, but it's really helpful to be able to watch myself back and figure out what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong, and also just kind of look at the way that I'm executing my tricks, kind of look at my style and figure out how I could make something look better. Sometimes you kind of surprise yourself and you think that a trick looks really nice, and you watch it back and go, actually I stumbled the landing, or sometimes even the opposite, that you find that actually it looks better than you thought it did when you come to find the clip. And also just allows you to focus on a new skill, which is improving the way that you capture your skating, improve your videography, to improving that aspect as well. So filming yourself is a really great way to continue to improve within aggressive skating. Tip number 4 is to get yourself some big wheels. There's some great big wheel options out there that you can strap straight onto UFS aggressive skates. And I think, I really enjoy big wheel skating. It allows me, to get out and skate, more often, and it kind of builds my fitness and specifically kind of focuses on the muscles that I'm going to be using for aggressive skating, so that when I do kind of come back to it, I'm feeling stronger. I've had skates on my feet more recently. I'm feeling more comfortable, and again, this just really helps, to enable you to progress. And if you're interested in another 5 reasons why you should look at big wheel blading, I'll leave a link above the screen now. Reason number 5 is fitness, and this is something I touched on a little bit in the previous reason, but it kind of makes sense that skating is a very high impact sport, so the higher level of fitness that you do have, the easier you're going to find it. And particularly, skating is working all muscle groups, but particularly the core and the upper legs. And as well as taking up kind of other hobbies, to allow you to build on your cardio, just simple things that you can do, like continuing to practice jumping. It sounds a bit odd, but I tend to just do 10 knee to elbow jumps pretty much every single day, because I find that it just kind of helps me to retain the kind of strength I need for jumping up onto rails and ledges when I do come back onto my aggressive skates, and make sure that I don't kind of get any of that skill fade and kind of deconditioning when I may be spending a little bit more time off the skates. So fitness is a really great way to improve in all aspects of your skating. And my 5.5 reasons, and it's an obvious one but always worth saying, is just make sure you're having fun. It can be very easy, to get really tied up on, not hitting your goals, not feeling like you're progressing session to session. But ultimately, as long as you're enjoying yourself, then you're winning at the end of the day. And chances are, if you're having fun, you're probably going to be progressing as well. And if you are interested in other ways that you can look at progressing within the skating, I did something recently called the Creative Skating Challenge, and again I'll leave a link just in the screen above. So be sure to give a thumbs up if you did get some value from this video, and subscribe to the channel for more regular blading content. And also, if you've got some great tips that you want to share, be sure to drop them in the comments down below. Let's build some community in those comments, and I'll be getting involved in the discussion too. I'm Chris Chadwick, and this is Keep Rolling. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching this week's rendition of Toddler Nap Time, which is usually when I film the A-roll for most of these videos. Rowan just wanted to nip in because she was complaining that she didn't get to feature in last week's video. You gonna say hi? You gonna say hi? We'll see you next time. Bye.